Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, students. Welcome again to the subject geoinformatics. This is our lecture second of week second, and our topic for this week is applications of geographical information systems. We will see the applications of geographical information system in this lecture. You can access to this lecture through portal.sud.edu.pk. We will see first outlines of the lecture that are what is photogrammetry. The second one is types of photogrammetry. The third one is cartography. The fourth one is advancement in cartography. The fifth one is Jon Snow contribution, and this is sixth one. So advancement in GIS, and in the last we will see the applications of geographical information systems. Coming towards the topics, that what is photogrammetry. We will first see what is photogrammetry. So photogrammetry is the science of making measurements from photographs. It says that it is a science which is used to take measurement or to make measurements from the photographs. Like this is a photograph, or we can see this one is photograph, and we want to take measurement from all these photographs. Like this is a road, so we want to see what is its length and what is its width. So these are the measurements. So in photogrammetry, input is a photograph and output is a map. We give a photograph as an input, and this input mean photograph gives us information which is known as a map. Map consists of the information about the real world, that is for example here the road or buildings or other things. So we can see with the help of photogrammetry the measurements of a area or of anything which lies on the earth's surface. So now we want to see the types of photogrammetry. There are two types majorly used. The first one is aerial photogrammetry and the second one is terrestrial photogrammetry. There are two figures given, which the first one, that is aeroplane, shown here, shows that here it is a aerial photography, photogrammetry, and the second one, that a man handling a camera type, is a terrestrial photogrammetry. So we will discuss one by one that what is aerial photogrammetry, and the second one is that what is terrestrial photogrammetry. Aerial photogrammetry is the type of or branch of surveying that deals with the production of maps such as planimetric or topographic map by compiling. Aerial photogrammetry consists of using the imagery gathered in the air by UAVs, unmanned air vehicles, to create computer generated 2D or 3D models. In the aerial photogrammetry, drones or helicopters or other uh, planes, aeroplanes are taken for a survey. So it captures the Earth's surface pictures, and these pictures are then saved in the device. So this kind of survey is known as photogrammetry or aerial photography, which is then used for different purposes, like for environmental purposes, like for uh, hydrology purposes, like for civil purposes, or etc. A lot of application it has. So aerial photogrammetry is generally based on the uh, aeroplanes or unmanned air vehicles which takes pictures uh, from above the Earth's surface. Then these images can be used for 2D or 3D models. We will see these models in details in the next lectures. So aerial photogrammetry is kind of a survey which is used or which is done by the help of aeroplanes or other kind of unmanned air vehicles. The second one is terrestrial photogrammetry. So terrestrial photogrammetry is an important branch of science of photogrammetry. It deals with the photographs taken with the cameras located on the Earth's surface. Like here, we can see that the photogrammetry is done by the help of a camera which lying on the earth's surface. This camera is lying on the earth's surface. If you want to see here, it's also on the earth's surface, and this one is also on the earth's surface. This man doing a survey for these rocks. So which kind of rocks or whatever here he sees here and capture with the help of a camera. So this is known as terrestrial photogrammetry. The cameras may be handled, mounted on tripods, or suspended from towers or other specially designed mounts. There are a lot of different ways that we can handle the cameras for a terrestrial survey or terrestrial photogrammetry. Like it can be handheld or it may be mounted on a tripod. Like this one is a handle on a tripod. This one is handheld, or it can be suspended from the towers. These are the examples of terrestrial photogrammetry. And if we see here, this is an installation of cameras for the purpose of tree plantation and for the tree length measurement. So these cameras are installed here. So this kind of photogrammetry is known as terrestrial photogrammetry. Like we use our mobile for photographs, this is also known as a terrestrial photogrammetry. If we use drone for photographic purpose, then it is known as aerial photogrammetry. So this is the main difference between terrestrial photogrammetry and aerial photogrammetry, and both of these photogrammetry types are used for GIS purposes. Like we can do a different kind of analysis for our projects, like in civil engineering, like in environmental, etc. Coming towards the cartography, that what is cartography? Cartography is the art and science of graphically representing a geographical area, usually on a flat surface such as map or a chart. So cartography says that it's a art or a science, the art and science of graphically representing a geographical area. Any area on the earth's surface, for example, this is in the earth, and if you want to see it's on the flat surface, this kind of map production is known as cartography, or this kind of a chart or map from the geographical area is known as cartography. So in the cartography, we construct a geographical area usually on the flat surface. Like this is an earth, and we want to map this area. If we construct this on the map, so the map will be flat. So on the we can in the cartography we will construct map on flat surface. Advancements in cartography First manual geographical information system developed during construction of Irish Railway. A series of maps were compiled that showed information on population density, geology, and political boundaries. It's a simple sentence. It says that first manual GIS, like nowadays we use computer based GIS, but it was a manual GIS which was developed for the construction of a Irish Railway in 1850, and different kind of maps were compiled that showed information on population like population density, geology, and political boundaries were shown for that railway purpose. Considered first manual GIS because it involved the simultaneous use of series of maps to solve spatial problems. Uh, they used first manual GIS because it was consisting of different kind of maps. Like here we have studied that population density, geology, and political boundaries to solve different spatial problems. As we have discussed in the previous lecture that what is spatial. So the spatial mean x, y, or latitude, longitude on the Earth's surface. So this is a special problem. Whatever occurs on the Earth's surface is known as a special activity. And now coming towards the advancements in cartography. John Snow contributed a lot in cartography. He has done a lot of work in geography, statistics, and epidemiology and health sciences. He mapped cholera outbreaks in London in 1854. He used special analysis to identify source of cholera as the water pump in the city square. This is a history of a cholera like nowadays outbreak of a corona COVID-19 has spread out everywhere in the world. So in 1854, it was a outbreak of a cholera, which caused a lot of deaths in the London. So John Snow identified the water pumps from which the cholera was spreaded. Like these are pumps, different pumps, pump number one, pump number two, pump three, and pump four, which was used for household purposes. This caused a lot of outbreaks to the people of London, and John Snow mapped all these uh, pumps. Advancement in GIS. Advancement in GIS came due to the cheaper and smaller computers. As GIS packages improved uh, due to the computer power and storage capabilities. So, capabilities of storing computers increases and the prices decreases. Due to the prices and capabilities, GIS get advancement. Also, the inexpensive data is available easily, that is census data, that is meteorological data, or that is USGS, US Geological Survey Earth data is available easily. So it is inexpensive, so it can be easily utilized for different types of projects. The another term is that user network. User network is also developed due to books, due to journals, magazines, conferences, and organizations. Uh, all of these factors playing a vital important role in advancement in GIS. Also, with the merging of parallel technologies like GPS, PDA, and internet, helped in advancement in GIS. Converging GIS with surveying, remote sensing, GPS, mobile computing, etc. GIS can be easily converged with remote sensing, GPS, and mobile computing, etc. So it is also helpful. Results of this is that it is a simpler, easiest, more users can easily be used by anyone, like a Google Map is cheaper. It's a cheap, everyone can easily used with the help of a mobile or computer with a less or no money. Sometimes it might be too high prices. However, it can be cheaper and used by many disciplines. A lot of disciplines can use it. Like here we can see surveying, hydrology, ecology, engineering, geology, planning, education, demography, remote sensing, geography, computer sciences, archaeology. So these can utilize GIS for their own purposes like hydrology, ecology, etc. Applications of GIS. Now we will see the applications of a GIS. Uh, it can be used for political sciences, political purposes, for real estate purpose, for healthcare, or it can be used in education, administration, businesses, strategic and management, etc. Here, every field is given. In every field, the GIS can be utilized for different purposes and projects. Now we want to see that how GIS can be used for political science, like analysis of election results or predictive modeling. This is 2013 map of KP, Pukhtunkhwa, and this one is 2018 map. So here we can see that different areas like this is Chitral and this is North and South Waziristan. Here uh, major parties are all Pakistan Muslim League in if we see here, but in this case in 2018 here it is a Muttahida Majlis Amal. So for a political purpose we can use GIS to map an area or any political boundaries. So this is a political boundary we gained from GIS. Like this one is uh, Muttahida Majlis Amal in 2018 and in 13 it was Pakistan Muslim League. If we see here, uh, like this one, so here it's Awami National Party, and if we want to see here, it's also Awami. It's a Qawmi Watan Party. Sorry, it's a Pakistan Muslim League and Qawmi Watan Party here. Result at a glance: National Assembly election 2008. So in 2008, here we can see different areas or boundaries. That is, in 2008, it was PPP on top. So this is the map of a National Assembly election in 2008, and here you can see that different areas are covered with this red color, which indicates PPP in these areas. So for political purpose, you can use GIS for mapping. For a real estate purpose, we can also use GIS. Neighborhood land prices we can find through GIS. Neighborhood land prices like this one. This is a neighborhood land one, and we can see here that is this is land 2, this is land 3, and this is land 4. So different kind of lands are given, and we can easily find prices from these images. It can be used for traffic impact analysis. For example, these are roads. If we consider these as our roads, so uh, during different times there are different traffics, like it might be rush or it might be open roads. So GIS can be used for a traffic impact analysis. For a business purposes, demographic analysis can be done, or for a site selection, or for market penetration, GIS can be used. Like here we can see that there are three spots: location 1, location 2, and a current location. So if you want to see that which location is uh, most suitable for us, so we can use GIS, and this GIS can lead us to a better decision that, for example, proposed location 1 is good for a business purpose. GIS can be used in the healthcare, like in epidemiology. Epidemiology, that is like leishmaniasis, dengue fever, etc. Uh, it can also be used for need analysis, that where should be a healthcare center open, or like nowadays COVID-19, corona is widespread all over the world. So this is the result of COVID-19. You can see here that this spot is uh, with a huge radius, and this area can be seen that it is mostly affected by COVID-19. So it mapped with the help of a GIS. There are cases more than 300, and the yellow shows that there are less than one case. So GIS can be used for healthcare centers, for mapping leishmaniasis, for mapping dengue, and nowadays corona is mapped with the help of a GIS. In education administration, GIS is also helpful. For example, enrollment projects like Allama Iqbal Open University, which imparts distant education to the students. So it is easy for the students that they can find their tutor with the help of a GIS, because mostly teachers or tutors are uh, given their location at different sites. So it can easily be watched by the help of a GIS or a map. School busing, GIS can also be used for school bus routes. For example, there is a bus, so we can easily identify the route of a bus for a school purpose. It can also be used for urban planning and management. It's very important that if somebody wants to get their land in a scheme or a plot in a scheme, so GIS is used for that scheme, which is mapped on the GIS softwares, and it can easily show that where the location of a building is. For example, if you want to see here that where it is located here on the map, so by the help of a GIS, we can see the special properties, that is attributes of that object or that land. We can see it can be useful for zoning, subdivision planning. It can be for economic development, emergency response, code enforcement, and tax assessments. For environmental sciences, is that it can be used for monitoring environmental risks. Like here, the arsenic is given that a lot of that is Indus River has a lot of microorganisms, that is arsenic, on the Indus River. So it is mapped here. For management of watershed, floodplains, wetlands, aquifers, etc., groundwater modeling and contamination tracking, hazardous or toxic facility siting. It can also be used for if hazardous and toxic facility siting means that if somewhere it is a medicine or a medical treatment hospital and they dispose their waste. So where should it be disposed? Through GIS, we can easily find the location, that is site suitability for disposable of these wastes. So in environmental sciences, GIS can be useful in different aspects. In management, that is distributing resources to gain a competitive advantage, that is for retail purpose or that is for telecommunication purpose. Like nowadays if we see different networks of Pakistan, that is Jazz, Ufone network and Telenor and Zong. So they can easily identify people, and if they identify people, that for example here case we see that here it's a lot of people living here. So they will try to install their booster here like Zong, Jays or Pitsil to take an competitive advantage over each other. For a strategic purpose, it can also be used. For example, it can be seen that Balochistan, Punjab, Sindh, KP, and Azad Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan are demarcated. So it can be used for a strategic purposes, for a political purposes, and for a law enforcement or for government purposes. Remember again that GIS leads to better decision making. So it's GIS that is used to better decision making. Thank you.